I'll echo what's been said already and thank all of you for the leadership that you're going to, I'm sure, have already demonstrated, but are going to demonstrate over the next few days and weeks and months and probably into next year as this school does what a lot of schools around the state are doing, which is thinking about how they do the work of educating in a new way. We talk to a lot of kids as well as teachers and administrators and parents and school board members to try and get some sense of how people were feeling about how things were going. And I think what we got from that was folks were, happy with their schools and proud of their schools and proud of the good work that goes on in their schools, and teachers were excited to do the work that they're doing, and kids really saw a lot of opportunities in their schools. But there's a sort of a sense I got from a lot of folks that they're a little frustrated with how the systems work. And it's not that people aren't trying, and it's not that people don't want the best for our schools and for our kids. It's really just we've got this kind of a jalopy old system of schooling here that we've really had. It hasn't changed a whole lot since about the late 1800s, if you can believe it. So what's exciting about the work that you're doing is this district is one of a number of districts in Maine that is moving in this direction of this proficiency-based system. And this is a system where we're going to do what we can to try and structure the school experience around your individual needs. So that means grouping and regrouping, having you in classes with one group and then maybe with another group, moving you around from different classes and things like that, trying to structure schedules and so forth around where you need to be, and moving to this proficiency model where it's not that you're going to take an algebra class from beginning to end. There's going to be a set of outcomes, learning outcomes in there, and you're just going to progress through them. And we're going to do what we can to make it so that you move at your own pace.
So often in education we forget to ask the consumer, and the consumer is the student. So when you go to the student and say, how is this working? Is this working? What do we need to do to make it better?
There's been a lot of plan, do, check, and adjust. And so what we initially did, the two of us, is we took our 2 third grade classes and we said, let's just do this in math. And it's just changed math unbelievably.
We asked the kids and the parents who came, what should a classroom look like and what should a classroom feel like.
There's some voice and choice in the assignments that students do to show that they've learned learning targets.
You involve the kids in coming up with a shared vision, code of cooperation, and then they're invested. They're much more likely to buy in.
We talked about what the problems were, we talked about some solutions, and then we drafted a rubric. The kids now rate themselves every single day on their hallway behavior, and they are in agreement with me that it has improved things. Unfortunately, we don't ask the kids enough, or we haven't. I think that's changing.